Championship Sunday, two teams that some folks will argue will be here. One of them, maybe not. One of them for sure. San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions. Man, NFC Championship. I think there are a lot of different things that could go a certain way in this game, right? Like Debo Samuel's questionable after going out with an injury this past Sunday. You got Brock Purdy that's looked less than stellar when it comes to this past divisional round game. And what will he do against this Detroit Lions defense? The Detroit Lions defense has been giving up a lot of points over the past few weeks. Even to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they gave up a good number of points. So, man, this is going to be a game of literally. We say it's a game of inches. This is going to be about, I think, the third phase of the game. Who wins the special teams battle? If the Detroit Lions can make some big plays on special teams, if they can win the turnover battle, then I think this will be a super competitive game. There's also another route that this game could go where Detroit goes into the Bay Area and they somehow fold under pressure. This is a team that hasn't been to an NFC Championship game since 1991. I was 2 years old. I was probably 1.5 years old the last time the Detroit Lions. Wait, I was definitely 2 years old the last time the Detroit Lions played. What do you think are the keys with this, Doug?
First of all, we talk about 91, man. The
91.
January, February, I wasn't even born yet. So that really puts things into perspective, right, with the Detroit Lions. But I don't think they're gonna nut up. I think they're gonna go out there and ball. Because you got Dan Campbell.
I do too, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
I really think they're gonna go crazy. I believe in Dan Campbell. Listen, I listened to a Dan Campbell speech the other day before work, and I just went in there and I think I did other people work that day. I was so motivated. I was doing my work, everybody else work too.
And sometimes that's what it takes. You need motivators to lead, man, and that's what he does. And one of the things that he said to the sideline reporter when they played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers during the divisional game, he said, it's just, one half of football. We're playing decent. There's some mistakes that we made, but he said, I want my guys to go out there and have fun and execute. That's really it, man. At this point in the season, ain't but so much coaching I can give you. You got to have the guts and the courage to go out there and execute at a high level. So I have the Lions winning. I have the Lions beating the 49ers because you know what? It's something about Kyle Shanahan when it comes to winning the most important games. And he can't do it. I have to say that Kyle Shanahan may not be that guy. He's a regular season, oh my gosh, champion. Regular season champion. But that don't mean shit. When it comes to playoff football, you are 0-0 every single week because you're playing for the next week. And so I think the Lions had a mentality to execute at a high level, backed by their coaching, and that will propel them to the Super Bowl. So we're going to have the Lions and the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I'm calling it here right now.
You know what? I'm jumping off the ledge with you. I got the Lions winning this game.
Yeah,
I disagree on the Kyle Shanahan because I really think Kyle Shanahan is a really good coach and he has the pedigree. I watched his dad coach for years with the Denver Broncos and be uber successful there. He has that pedigree. I think he's a good coach. I think the challenge is it's going to come down to the decision making by Brock Purdy and whether or not he's able to overcome the pressure. The pressure is really on, right? Because last year they were able to make the excuse, the whole thing about their quarterbacks, right? So now this week it's looking like, all right, Debo Samuels might be out. I can foresee next week that's going to be their excuse. They didn't have Debo. That would have changed the game. But I just think right now,
what kind of does Debo have?
It's a shoulder injury. So they confirmed that it's not a dislocated shoulder, but he's questionable. I think he's day to day. So from that perspective, I think he can come back and play. Right? It's not a dislocated shoulder. He might be able to play. Who knows? However, I feel like I just saw something in that game against Green Bay. I think Green Bay really had an opportunity to potentially win that football game. Again, Green Bay is the youngest team in the league. This was their first time on that stage. They'll be back, right? They'll be back. But what we got going on is, and it's crazy to say this after the dominance that Green Bay has had in the NFC North over the past 15 years. But what we've got going on here is now you struggled with Green Bay coming into your home turf. You had to play in the rain, so that was a factor with the weather. But now we got Big Brother coming through, right? Because the Detroit Lions, right, and this season they are Big Brother when it comes to the NFC North. They're going to be bringing another level of intensity into Levi Stadium come Sunday. And I just don't see how a team of destiny like the Detroit Lions, listen, they have all the motivation in the world. They're the underdogs. Nobody said they could do it. They got a coach